Hi everyone, this is a quick video to talk about the difference between an influential point and an outlier. They're named pretty intuitively, so an outlier is something that's far away, and an influential point is something that influences a line. The confusing part is that to be an influential point, you first have to be an outlier, but not all outliers are influential points. So I'm going to show an example in Excel where we create an influential, when we create an influential point and when we create an outlier that is not influential. So let's look at the difference between the two. Minimize this, and I've got this data set in Excel. I'm going to go ahead and view the grid lines so we can see the individual data lines. Okay, and I've got X and Y. X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Y is just double that. So it's made this beautiful perfect line, and I've got a line of best fit that goes through all the dots. Everything lines up great, and so there's no issues. It fits perfectly. So what happens if I add an outlier that is influential? So without following this pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double that, let's add a number that's far off, 25, and let's not follow the pattern. So I'm not going to double it. I'm going to just throw in a number, 8. Now I can see when I added this point, it doesn't fit with the others, and so the line of best fit had to move quite a bit to make up for it. So even if I follow almost the same idea, so I get closer, to follow this pattern, 25 should give me 50, just like 3 gave me 6. So let's get closer to that. Let's do 35. We can still see that the line of best fit no longer lines up perfectly with my dots. It's had to shift to make up for this point over here. This is not too significant of a change, but I've got this very far away point that is influencing the line, so we're going to call it an influential point. And we're going to go back to our original data set and see why this is here. Maybe do some investigation as to why this piece of data doesn't match the rest. And we may end up removing it when we do our final write-up for this data. We would have to explain to our readers why this point was erroneous and why we decided to move it. So let's fix it so that it does fit. 25 should have given me 50. Now I can see that this is still an outlier. It's very, very far away. But it's done nothing to influence the line because it still fits with the rest of the data. I should still investigate it because it's an outlier and we would want an explanation as to why this one point was so far away from the rest. But it no longer influences the line of best fit. So this is an outlier that is not influential. Adjusting it, it becomes an outlier that is influential. So it just depends on whether or not it's affected the way the line of best fit fits the data. I hope that helps. And I hope to see you in the Hey Professor board or in email or in the announcements if you have any questions.